Hello friends, I'm coming at you live right now with my new DSLR. I can actually see myself right now, which is pretty crazy. This is an upgrade. Now you're going to be able to see all of my imperfections. Just kidding. They're all perfect, right? They're all perfect imperfections, right? So, I'm just clearing out the space per usual with my doobie. Just kidding. I think I want to start doing something along the lines of sutra talk, minus the actual opening up of the sutra book. Because I feel like there's a lot that I want to talk about, a lot of experience and life lessons that I've learned in this short 24 years that I've been on this earth, right? And I think we all can agree with that. But for me to come here, it makes me feel really good to express myself, and hopefully in the action of doing so, helping other people who are watching. So let's get into a comfortable seat per usual. Closing the eyes. Again, meeting yourself as you are. Just noticing how the body is today. How the mind is. I was talking to a friend earlier, one of my best friends, and I was venting to her about the loneliness I feel after breaking up with my partner of 4 years back in October, and how much I miss him, how much I miss that feeling of having something that felt safe, right? Because in this current state, we don't feel that sense of safety. So if you are single, or if you are newly single, or you've been single, this is going to exacerbate that feeling of, that sense of loneliness, that feeling of, I don't have somebody. And as I was talking to my best friend, she actually gave me the advice that I've been giving out to you guys, which is, your mat is a safe place to feel it, right? And you need to give yourself that space to feel it. And I did. That's exactly what I did. And I realized that a lot of people will ask me, how did you do it? You've been through so much. How have you created all of this for yourself? And, losing your mom to cancer and ending your relationship with your own Prince Charming, how do you do it? What I tell them is, life fucks you over. It pulls the carpet from underneath you and flips it upside down. And then you flourish. You have two options. I'm gonna stay upside down. I'm gonna dwell in it. I'm gonna sit in it, and I'm just gonna let it define me. Or I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna pick myself up, and I'm gonna create. And I'm gonna take all of that emptiness, that loss, that feeling of lack, and I'm going to do something. I'm going to create something. I'm going to give myself abundance. I'm going to take all of that pain and I'm going to turn it into beauty. And here we are, talking to you guys on my yoga mat on my YouTube channel right now. I never would have imagined that I'd be here right now. But you never know what life's gonna throw at you, and in some fucked up way, life threw me some really, really hard things, and I took it, and I let it make me stronger. I let it make me grow. I didn't let it define me. And yes, you fall when things are thrown at you. You fall hard. But it's the comeback. It's when you get up. It's when you show up. It's when you do the scary thing. It's when you take risks, right? That's when you turn all of that pain and suffering into something beautiful, into something meaningful, into something for you. I didn't do this for my ex-boyfriend. I didn't do this for my deceased mother. I did this because I did this for me. I did this because it's like when you are going through grief, you lose something, it's like someone's lighting a match, is what I told my friend, under your ass. And no one wants a burnt asshole, so what are you going to do? You're going to get up and you're going to run. You're going to run away, and you're going to go out there, and you're going to create. It's that catalyst. These things that we go through in life, they are catalysts to the after, to the actions, the reactions that we take. That's all they are. They're there to teach us their lessons, right? So with these things that are thrown at you, with what you are going through in your own life, what are they teaching you? And what can you create from them? Can you write? Can you draw? Can you call a friend and vent and complain? That's even healthy to do. Obviously not too much of it. Can you find something, read, discover what that passion is, what that spark is, because it's not until you lose everything you know and love that you find everything to love within yourself. And that dependency that you've had, that codependency that you've had on whoever, becomes self-dependency. And it's a beautiful thing. So just inhaling deeply right now, inhaling abundance. Exhaling pain. Right, exhaling all of the things that have put that lighter underneath you and have brought you abundance, have brought you to where you are today, thanking all of those things, all as messy, as fucked up as they are, thanking them, because you wouldn't be where you are. You wouldn't be where you're going right now if it weren't for those things. Bring the hands to heart center. And we'll join our practice today, wherever we are, because we are still together, not physically, but mentally we are together. We'll Om. So inhaling deeply. Again, inhaling. One more time, inhaling. Bringing the hands down to the thighs, blinking the eyes open. Welcome, you have arrived. We'll start by staying in our seat. We'll do some hip circles. So arching the back as you come forward. Rounding out the spine as you go back. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Switching directions. To center. Inhaling the arms up. And then exhaling, twisting over to the right. Engaging that core, gaze is back. Inhaling up. And exhaling over to the left. Inhaling up, exhaling, right arm comes down, coming onto the finger pads, shoulders out of the ear, left arm comes up, stretching that left side. Inhaling up to center, exhaling to the left, shoulder again out of the ear. Up to center, bringing the hands down, and then dropping the head to meet the chin to meet the chest. Maybe here you start to rock the pelvis forward and back, watching it. So the pelvis is basically where the belly is. It's right above the pubic bone. And we tend to either have an anterior tilt, I like to say the booty's out, or a posterior tilt, where the chest is more forward. So let's find that happy medium between the posterior and the anterior. Grounding in the sit bones, just feeling this rocking. And then coming to center when you feel balanced. Keeping the head, the chin down towards the chest. Noticing if your torso has gotten a little bit longer. And then exhaling the right ear to the right shoulder. Hold. And then walking out the left hand with the finger pads. And you're taking the right hand and pressing just a little on that left side of the crown. Letting go of that, bringing the head back down to the chin and then over to the left. Right finger pads walk out. Left hand comes on the crown. Dropping the chin back down, raising it all the way up, gazing at the ceiling. You might hear some cracking, you might feel some tension, it's good. It means that you needed this. I definitely needed this. And starting to roll the head around. And then going the other way, lots of rolling today. Circles. And coming up to center, we'll remove whatever's under our seat. And then we'll come to hands and knees. Exhaling to our cow, engaging through that core. Inhaling to our cat, drawing the belly into the spine, exhaling back to our cow. In. Pressing through those finger pads. Arms are really engaged here. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling, and the head will come last. In every movement you do, try and make sure that the head comes up last or moves last. The body moves first in yoga, right? And then coming to a neutral spine, pressing through the hands, strong, strong arms here, shoulders are out of the ears. We're taking the right leg back, foot is flexed, toes are tucked. Right leg comes up, left arm comes out. Squaring out through those hips, toes are pointed down, core is engaged here. Gaze is slightly forward, breathing, breathing. And then bending at the knee, bending at the elbow, exhaling to meet the elbow and the knee, and then inhaling back out. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. And inhaling. X. In. X. In. And dropping. Maybe rocking out the hips a little bit. And drawing out the left leg. I like to come to my finger pads a little bit because it makes me feel a lot lighter. Maybe doing that. So lifting the left leg up, toes are facing down, hips are squared, core is engaged, and the right arm comes up. Or maybe you just stay flat on the hand, whatever feels nice. Gaze is slightly forward. Breathing. Inhale, the right arm to the left leg. Exhale back out. Inhale back in. X. Inhale in. Exhale back out. Inhale in. And exhale out. One more time. We'll inhale in. And exhale out. And just kidding. Another time. Inhale in and exhale out. And planting the hand and dropping the leg. We'll open the knees nice and wide and sit back for our child's pose. So releasing everything here. This is an active child's pose. So pushing through the finger pads, feeling the arms lifting. And then coming back up, and I'm laughing about something. This is a voiceover because, yeah, I used a song when I wasn't supposed to. So looks like I'm going back into downward facing dog. Just staying here for a moment. Really pushing forward through the finger pads, pedaling out through the feet, the legs. Maybe turning the head side to side here. And then coming to neutral, your downward dog. Coming forward to plank. Exhaling down all the way. Chaturanga. Inhaling finger pads. Coming all the way up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Cobra. Exhaling down. Maybe this time as you inhale, the feet will come. So the toes are pointed. Reaching for the head. Exhaling down. One more time. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Planting the hands, coming up to plank. Exhaling back to downward facing. Inhale. Big line breath out. One more time. Inhale. Right leg will come up. And it will turn over to the side. So stacking the hips. Oh, feels good. And we'll go into wild thing quickly. So coming onto the right finger pads, chest starts revolving over to the right, knees coming up, left leg's bending, and then the right foot will start to meet the floor. Revolving the chest up, arm comes up, and lastly, the left leg will straighten. Breathe. Inhaling to come back, lifting to your one-legged dog, right leg's up. Exhaling, bending at the knee, and sliding it through to the left. Sort of like you're crisscrossing. Coming onto the left finger pads. And bringing that left hand up, so we're kind of doing modified wild thing on the other side. And inhaling back to your downward dog, one-legged. And then exhaling that right leg down. And coming forward to chaturanga, so elbows are in, upward facing. Exhaling back to your downward. Inhaling the left leg up, stacking the hip. Inhaling onto the left finger pad, starting to revolve that chest to the left. Left knee will bend, starting to also revolve the inner thigh out. Bending in that right leg, so you're about to, it's like you're coming down, but then you unfold you, and you go straight with that right leg, and you come up into your wild thing. Big toe mat on that right foot is down. And coming back with our one-legged, doing that variation on the other side. So inhaling that left leg, bent knee, and then sliding it through, pushing the floor away. And your body will just start to automatically kind of turn naturally into this chest reaching up towards the ceiling. This weird wild thing that we love to transition into. And then starting to come back to our one-legged. Exhaling that left foot down. I love this song. Inhaling forward, chaturanga. Floating upward. And then hips back. Stepping slowly up to the feet or the hands. Halfway up, flat back, seats back. Exhaling down, inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Breathing here. Inhaling, hands come up. Exhaling, swan diving over your feet. Inhaling halfway. Exhaling all the way down. Stepping back into your plank. Lifting the right foot up, bending at the knee. We'll start to bring it towards the left bicep, back out. Into the right, sort of like you're going over your hands. Exhaling back, dropping that foot. Inhaling the left leg to the left bicep, back. Right bicep, back. Into your plank. Exhale into your downward dog. Just catching your breath here. Inhaling the right leg up, exhaling it all the way forward. Planting. Bringing the right arm up, turning to the right side. Left eyes looking at the hand. Maybe evolving even more. Exhaling down. And then bringing the foot back. Chaturanga. Up. Coming back. Left leg comes up. Planting it. Twisting to the left. Dropping that left hand, coming back to plank, chaturanga. Exhaling to your downward. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Bringing the right foot up and planting it between the hands. Dropping the left leg, coming up, Anjalayasana. And then bringing the hands to heart center and starting to really get into that front hip. So, good stretch here. Sort of more centered. With that back toe tucked, we'll start to lift and straighten the left leg. So we're in this high lunge now. Bringing the hands up. As you come down to heart center again, we're going to twist over to the right. And maybe your hand comes down, maybe your right hand comes up. Lots of strength here, right? Listen to your body, whatever it needs. Bringing the hands back to heart center. Coming up to your lunge. Finding some buoyancy in that back leg. And then dropping the left leg into your warrior two. Adjusting as needed. Your front heel should be in line with your mid-foot to the arch. Inhaling back to peaceful. Exhaling to extended side angle, but this time we're going to take the right arm, going under. Left arm goes up. And then coming back to peaceful. We'll do that again. So actually, as if you're like pushing the air, as if you're an airbender, right? Pushing the left arm forward. You're peaceful. The right arm back. One more time. Inhaling to extended. Everything's in the legs right now. And then coming back to your warrior two. Straightening that foot, paralleling out through the feet. Hands come to hips. And exhaling forward. Hands are on the floor planted, sort of like in chaturanga, strong arms. Drop the head, breathe. And then coming up just a little bit, halfway. Taking the right arm or the right hand to the left ankle. We'll twist up. Keeping that left hip in line. Right, we tend to do this. We want to make sure those hips are balanced. Exhaling to center and then walking over to the left or the right for this next twist. Exhaling back down. And then we'll actually go backwards. So starting to turn the feet into a low lunge and then dropping that right leg. Coming up into Anjalayasana once again. And bringing the hands to heart center as we deepen through that left hip. Opening up here. Then coming back just a tad with that back toe tucked under. Finding the strength to straighten out that bad leg into your high lunge. Hands will come up. And then we'll twist over to the right, or to the left. Getting my lefts and rights mixed up a lot today. Again, inner thighs are sort of moving towards each other to keep your balance and maybe opening up the arms here. Maybe gazes up. And then exhaling back down. Coming up into your high lunge. Planting that back foot to come into your warrior two. So lots of empowerment in these warrior poses and standing poses, right? We're standing up, we're ready to face whatever it is that life has to throw at us. Inhaling back, and we're doing that airbender to your peaceful. Exhaling. Extended side angle. This movement's kind of like no life. Exhaling back. I won't take it. I'm stronger than that. I got this, right? Inhaling to extended. And exhaling back. And then inhaling back to your warrior two. Once again, coming to the center. Feet are parallel, Padottanasana. Bending in the hip crease. So our back is nice and flat. We're coming down, four corners of the feet. Press gently into the earth. And we're dropping. This time release the head, release a lot right now. Coming up halfway, walking the right hand over again. We'll start to twist. Maybe you twist a little deeper this time. Maybe you take your left hand and you bring into the right hip crease. And bring those hips to square again. Maybe you go even deeper and you take a bind here. So taking the right arm, coming to meet the left. And dropping that right hand, bringing the left hand back to the hip, walking over to the right, and twisting. Bringing that left hand maybe into the, or the right hand to the left hip crease, squaring the hips. Maybe you take that bind again, so bending the left hand, meeting it with the right. If this is too much, just stay here. Right, you know your limits. And then dropping everything, coming back. We'll start to inhale the torso up. Walking the feet out just a little bit wider. And starting to come up. And then we'll start to sort of put the feet out like to a 45-degree angle. And we'll bend deeply into this right leg. Flexing out the left foot. Inhaling up. Exhaling. Right foot flexes. Inhaling up. Exhaling, chest is facing up. You can use the hands as a kickstand. Inhaling up, exhaling. Okay, and then coming to center. Walking the feet in, hip distance. Inhale all the way up. Exhale the hands down. So now we're going to try a fun little pose that I like to call a crow pose. If you have a block, I might recommend using one. If you're already familiar with your crow pose, you don't need one, that's fine. But this is a huge arm strength and core strength pose. So we're gonna do some modifications. I highly recommend you use a block if you're new to this. If you wanna get just familiar with it, because this is a very advanced pose. Planting the hands shoulder width. The feet will come up on the block pretty close to each other, and it's more important that the legs, the knees are spread out so they can hook onto the biceps. So starting to put your body weight forward into the hands. They're gonna hold you, right? Legs will come on to the biceps. Feet will point. Be careful that you're not going to fall forward, right? Balancing, that's what the block's there for. Easily to come down. Once you come down, it might feel nice to come off the block. Just do this, child's pose, this weird crow child's pose. So yeah, doing this at your own pace, at your own risk. If this is too much for you, just getting familiar with the motion. Going like this. It's like those chaturanga arms. Chest is forward, gaze is mainly forward, so that you don't fall forward, but you stay balanced. And then when you're tired of that, you can come out of your crow if you're more familiar with it, and into chaturanga or into plank. in child's pose. Release it all. You nasty boy. All right, coming on up. Love Stevie Wonder. We'll come onto our bellies, onto the floor. Maybe making a pillow out of your hands. Maybe sighing out here. You got a lot going on, right? Deep inhale. Let it all out. Inhale. We'll start to get ready to go into our back bend. So we're going to be doing bow pose today. Some modifications for this. Hands will come to the sides. We'll just get a little bit of a warm up going on. So legs are together, inner thighs are squeezing towards each other. Glutes, hamstrings, the whole 9 yards are engaged. And we'll start to bring the head up, the chest comes up, the feet reach back, the arms come up. This reaching towards the back. Inhale, and then exhaling down, forehead meets. Inhaling up, reaching. Exhaling, left cheek comes down. Breathe. Hello. Inhaling it all up. Maybe you rock a little bit. Exhaling to the right side, right cheek. And then bringing the forehead onto the mat, bending at the knees. Knees are pretty much hip distance, a little bit wider maybe. And then grabbing a hold of the feet from the outside. Flexing out through those feet. And just right now putting pressure into the hands, right? With the feet. Maybe you stay here, maybe you come all the way up with the chest. Maybe you rock. Just keeping that pressure in the feet and the hands. And we're in bow, baby. Don't look to the left or the right. Straight. Having some fun here. And then releasing it all when you're ready. Coming to the left cheek. Bringing the forehead back to the mat. Grabbing a hold of the feet. We'll do this one more time. So again, putting lots of strength into the feet. Lots of force going in so that you sort of lift your body up with those legs. Feet are flexed. Chest is open, gaze is slightly forward. you're ready, exhaling that right cheek down. And wherever you are, just flopping your body, not flopping, flipping your body over to the other side. Bringing the feet up, legs long. Sort of like the legs up the wall. Taking a hold of the big toe in the right hand, and then dropping the left leg. Doing like a half happy baby here. And then grabbing a hold of that left big toe with the left hand, and twisting over to the left. Gazing to the right. Inhaling back up to center. Grabbing a hold with the right hand. Maybe the leg comes out straight. Sort of like a standing split, but laying down. And bending at the knee, bringing it up and down. Landing on 1, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling both legs up to the sky. Grabbing a hold of left big toe mound with left hand. Dropping the right leg. And then bending out to your half happy baby. And grabbing the left big toe with the right, twisting over to the right. Breathing. Inhaling back to that half happy baby and maybe straightening out through that right leg. Bending in that left foot and straightening it out. And then with the arms in a T, bringing the legs in. Engaging the core, we'll start to slowly walk the knees together but to the right. Shoulders stay grounded, back for the most part, upper back stays grounded, coming back to center. And then exhaling over to the left, almost touching the ground, and then inhaling back up. Exhaling to the right, coming up to the left, coming up, and then grabbing hold of those legs. We're gonna little back massage circles. Going the other way. Bringing the legs up straight once again. Grabbing from the hamstrings right now. And then lifting the torso up, reaching up towards the feet. Maybe we do some, actually we'll do them down here. Just pumping. And then exhaling back down, dropping the feet. Slowly engaging the core. And landing. And we'll close the eyes here. Getting yourself ready for Shavasana. So taking up space. Maybe you grab an eye pillow, maybe you put a bolster under your knees, under your thighs. I have eye pillows, I'm doing that. And releasing into the earth. Coming back to the breath. Coming back to the body. Wiggling out fingers and toes. Waking up. Bringing the legs into the chest. And when you're ready, come over to one side in fetal position. Placing one hand into the floor and bringing yourself up, eyes closed to your seat. Just feeling this wave of calmness. We work the body so that we can not take the rest for granted. Which is similar to life. We go through things and we're grateful for them, because when we're okay and we're happy, we still feel that gratefulness. We're always grateful. One thing teaches us another. One thing leads to another. Just thinking about stuff that came up. How will you continue to bring this peace out through the rest of your day? What will you do today to create beauty, to create something for yourself? Bring the hands to heart center. Bowing the head to meet the hands. Remembering to be gentle with yourself. And to let yourself be and feel and express. And then create. I hope you're happy. I hope you're healthy. I hope you're free. Namaste.